01 unit, section 3, Native Americans begin to defend their culture against exploitive practices by Europeans. One of the things the Europeans did as they came to the New World, specifically the Spanish, was the Spanish mission system. Here's a picture of a Spanish church that would be used as for religious purposes, but also many of these were known as presidios. They could also be used as forts to defend Spanish interest in the New World. This map shows all the missions that were built along one major highway in California. One of the characteristics of a mission type city is usually the city begins with the letters SAN, SAN. So of all the towns in California that are known as, for example, San Diego, San Francisco, those at one time were Spanish mission towns and cities. One particular governor that the Spanish had in the New World was called Juan de Oñate. Now, Juan was a stern ruler, and to rule New Mexico, one of the things that he did was he demanded supplies from the Native Americans living in the area around there. Well, one Native American tribe in particular lived on this mesa in New Mexico known as Acoma. And they got tired of paying the tributes that Oñate required. And when Oñate brought troops there to subjugate the Indians killed 11 Spaniards. In retaliation, Oñate amputated the left foot of every Acoma man over the age of 25. This is just one example of the extreme brutality that the Spanish used to enforce their encomienda system in the New World, not just with soldiers, but also priests. And oftentimes the Native Americans would rise up against the priests too and kill and mutilate them. Another example of a Spanish American leader in the New World was Juan de Sepulveda. Now, Juan de Sepulveda, illustrated here, wrote a book called Democrates Altar, or The Just Causes for War Against the Indians. He supported the conquest of the Americas. He supported the idea of the encomienda system. He said what the Spanish were doing for the Native Americans was of benefit to the Native Americans. In direct contrast, a Spanish priest named Bartolomé de las Casas argued against the encomienda system. He supported the fact that Native Americans should be treated humanely. He, to try to end the encomienda system, began what's known as the Black Legend. And that is the idea that the Spanish only came to the New World with their priests to kill, maim, mutilate, brutalize the Native American population here in the New World. Last but not least, we talk about a characteristic of the Native Americans that were found here is known as animism. This is one of the things that gets them in trouble with the Catholic priests that come here with the Spanish, that many of the Native Americans were not Christians. They believed in that their souls and their spirits exist in humans, but also in animals, plants, rocks, mountains, rivers, thunder, wind, shadows, and the Christian priests that come here, the Catholic priests that come here, are not going to like animism, and they're going to persecute these Native Americans because of their beliefs. This ends 03 unit, section 3, Native American influence on European colonization.